Good morning, everyone. It's Todd and Erin on the morning stream on GephardtDaily.com. How are you? We hope you're good. I think with Netflix, I have an issue happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a routine. I put our 6-year-old to bed, and then I go to sleep, too, because we get up fairly early.
We're lucky at this point she's not putting us to bed. It's
Now,
that sad.
I'm wondering if this is the same with you, but it takes me 20 minutes on Netflix to actually choose a movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
No, there's too many choices, and I mean that's actually where this is what's new on Netflix this month actually comes in handy, because if I have to pick from 18,000 choices, I'm totally screwed.
Right.
At least that narrows it down to like 1,000 or something.
Well, I did find a site that has the complete listing, which is a great idea, of all the movies on Netflix.
That's too many choices.
No, but they're only showing you ones that, they have tiles for that you can see. Mm-hmm. And that really helped, but I can't find the website again because I'm not hitched up to a printer.
Oh, good.
So basically, right, it gives you the whole list of all the movies, and you
Did
can
you
just
remember to bookmark
check.
one?
No, I lost that too. And you can go down, hey, I'm going to watch these 7, 8 movies, and then you can do it. Last night, though, I get my iPad, my little iPad, and I open it up, and I hit Netflix, and it opens, and then it gave me a reminder of updates. And your choices. Your choices are update now, remind me later, or get out of here, you're a jerk. And I wasn't wearing my glasses, and I pushed the wrong.
Oh, no.
Now, I only stay up about 20 minutes before I fall asleep, and 20 minutes. And guess how long an update on Apple on an iPad takes?
A super, super long time.
Just enough time for me to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So that stupid Apple and that little progress bar.
Oh, I feel resentment towards that, and they do it on my iPhone all the time, and it's like, I don't want to update, because if I do that, you will have screwed up my entire phone, and I will never find anything again. The concept of programmers about how things are going to be improved always seems to match the fact that I will never be able to find my music or any of my contacts again, and every day it's going to come up with a different icon, like, you have to press something new today to find your stuff. Guess what it is? It's like, I don't want to do any Easter egg hunt. Could I just have my Safari back, and they won't give it to you?
I don't want special effects.
So I'll just bitterly keep going through the reminders every day on principle. Just
For how long? I mean, you've seriously about a year at least.
And you've had to listen to me curse every day, and I'm sorry for that. But it's like, I'm not going to do it.
So annoying.
I don't care. I'm not giving in to the man. I'm not.
How much did we spend on our wedding? And there's a reason I'm asking.
We got married at the Tuscany. By the way, if we're all getting to know each other, Todd and I have been married about 20 years. We met on the radio on the Fisher, Todd and Erin show over at Kissin'. And let's see. We got married at the Tuscany, and we had a Scottish wedding. So we had the big war pipes, the bagpiper that calls everyone into the hall.
It was really loud. It was awesome.
And people were pulling over to listen on the side of the street. It was really nice.
They might have been... The sound might have been deafening. They probably crashed.
Or I'm really fine with that. It seemed very romantic at the time. Well, we paid ourselves because we got married when I was like 30, so we didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I think it was $7,000 from start to finish with everything.
Which I think is a lot.
Everything. Yeah, but not when you see that.
She was so pretty. I forgot to say that.
Thank you. But when you think about the amount of money other people spend on their weddings, it's insane.
Let me give you an example. How nice of you to bring that up.
Okay.
Yeah, this happened to be right in front of me. This couple wanted to get their daughter married off, and they did. So they threw a wedding, in the Hamptons.
Oh, the Hamptons. That explains everything already.
God, you call this stuff quiche?
Yes.
So basically, let me run down some of the things they had, besides the doves they let loose. Okay. So,
of course it was doves.
They took... Picture a white rose, okay?
Okay. Oh, that's so
pretty. And the little tubes of water they put just a single.
Just to keep them fresh.
Well, one of the servants went over and stuck it in the ground on this grassy knoll.
Okay.
Then they repeated that process.
Oh, how many did they put?
3,500 times.
Are you kidding me?
3,500 roses, and someone to stick them in the grass.
And a dotted field of white roses.
Naturally, of course.
Because that doesn't look completely strange. Okay, anyway, good. 3,500 white roses stuck in the lawn. Anything else?
The mother commissioned an artist to design a monogram that they put on all the linen napkins.
Are you serious? A new designer monogram? That's lovely.
This is a picture of a bunny. That's what ours would be.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Got a fish.
So anyway, it goes on and on and on.
Just utterly ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, $1.4 million.
And for a wedding. For a wedding.
And you've been to weddings where they are asked, they're registered at like really fancy places, and you always think to yourself, and you do, you know how much furniture you could buy with that?
Oh, we went to a wedding where they spent $120,000 on flowers, and I'm like, you just bought a house in flowers.
We
That
have,
level for one day is so astonishing to me.
and one of the new ones is, remember when we got invited to a wedding of someone we didn't really know that well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was that?
Several times, but yeah.
Yeah, where they asked for presents.
Uh-huh.
Who was it? It was a politician, wasn't
Oh,
it?
no. It was Mayor Nancy Workman. It was
Yeah.
it was her daughter. She got a hold of the press list for like the entire Wasatch Front. She sent us all invitations, hinting strongly that we didn't have to come, but that she would like us to send money. And she included a suggested amount to her travel fund. We were all opening the invitations, and
I don't
all
think
of the,
we've ever met her.
No, we've never met her. But all the TV people called each other like, did you get one of these? Yeah, I mean, based on what she wanted, it was like a couple $100,000 worth of donations.
From people that she doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is the expression Erin and I had reading the invitation. What? Who is that? Basically, that was it. So anyway, the wedding went off without a hitch. Everyone's happy, and now the wedding designer is suing them
Why?
because they didn't pay.
Oh, that's a problem.
They didn't pay. Right?
Were they thinking that she was just donating the 3,500 roses? And
I think their eyes were too big for their wallet in this case, but it went off without a hitch.
Oh, that's beautiful, except for the
I know.
part that nobody got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Sue them big time.
Sue them big time.
Big time.
All right.
Wow.
It is spring, and we've noticed it in our house. The ants are back. The ants have come back. We saw them in the. How do the ants get to the second floor anyway?
They always get there. They go up the walls. They come in through the ivy and then through our windows because we've got those old pane windows that everything, including the weather, can come through.
And so the deal is that we ants on the second floor. This guy had ants in his house, and so he decided to light them on fire.
Oh no, this is not going where I think it is, right?
Yeah, and this is the result. Now, let me point out,
good.
this
That's
isn't
good.
actually a picture of that fire, but it could be.
It's a representation.
There's fire, and it's
Did
bright.
Did he really torch his entire house
Yeah.
to get rid of ants?
Yeah. This is not the first story we've heard about this.
That's unfreaking believable. I want to feel bad for him, but you used a blowtorch on ants. You get some of that Raid and you spray it on them, and it's really similar. Or even you can use like borax and just like sprinkle it around the foundations, and they can't cross it.
Other fires that we've heard
It seems
of.
like the blowtorch might have been excessive
Spiders. Some guy burnt his house down
for spiders.
for spiders. And once again, this is not actually the fire caused by the moron.
It's a representation.
It
of
really
the
is a
fire.
representation. And then, of course, cockroaches. Once again, if you look at the picture,
I can't
it's
help but
not
agree.
the house.
No, I would
Right.
I would kill the cockroaches with fire.
You burn your house down?
Probably because I
right.
have my limits. The cockroaches are that's the limit
All
right
right.
there.
Don't burn
Okay,
our
now,
house down.
What was this about March Madness? Because things have just gotten freakier and freakier.
Oh, I forgot to do that. First of all, my brackets are done. Like the second game.
Well, I always base mine on the color of their jerseys, so you can imagine I don't get that far in my bracket either. So which coach's wife was this?
On Sunday, Kentucky beat the Shockers, and they're out. You can
Wichita?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah.
they just out.
Oh, that's too bad.
But there was someone ejected after the game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
After the game?
Wichita's coach's wife.
You mean the coach?
Wife. There she is.
The coach's wife? Oh,
Now,
look at that face. That's
you can't
awesome.
tell right now, but that is a bad word she's saying.
Oh, she's looking pretty ticked. I
What
would
word
assume
be?
it was a bad word.
No.
Yeah.
Right?
And I know refs hate being called that, but I can't blame her. Look at that. She's invested. She's wearing the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
She's the coach's wife. I mean,
The nice thing is she's dedicated because
Yeah.
she went to the press conference and was asked to leave as well.
You mentioned her husband, honey. Could you just please go home?
Oh, can you
I'll take
even-
you out to Chili's for a nice dinner later if you'll just please go home right now.
That's why you're not allowed to go to sporting events with your family.
Well, my sister's in roller derby, by the way. You're going to hear her story next week. But yeah, I actually got ejected from her bouts because I threatened to beat up somebody on the other team.
She was yelling.
She was targeting my sister. She sent her into the wall. The paramedics had to come over.
I didn't sit with her.
I'm the loose cannon.
I stayed by the refreshment stand.
Oh, no, it could be worse. My father was the worst. Have you ever had someone be ejected from a gymnastic meet before? That was my dad. He started yelling at the other team's coach that they were trying to change the routines. I'm like, Dad, they're all the same. Please don't do this anymore, Dad. Yeah, that was my dad.
You should have gone, who's that? Who's that man?
See, that's the trouble. I didn't learn any of these evasive techniques till later on, and I'm really ashamed of myself. All right, listen, we've got to go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily newsroom, and of course, she's brought to you by Robert J. DeBry. Robert J. DeBry has offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. By the way, if you'd like some help from Robert J. DeBry, all you have to do is go to robertdebry.com. Also by Brent Brown Toyota. They are bending over backwards for you, serving all of Utah County. If you want to see their massive fleet of cars, you can go to brentbrowntoyota.com. My darling Daisy, what is going on today?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Hello, everyone. Here's what's making news this morning on GephardtDaily.com. One of two 16-year-old boys charged in the attempted murder of Desiree Turner, the 14-year-old Cache County girl found shot and left for dead in an empty canal bed, will go to trial. A judge made the decision Tuesday after listening to testimony in a preliminary hearing from sheriff's investigators. A Cache County sheriff's investigator testified the team admitted to plotting the murder after his friends suggested it would be a good way to get rid of Desiree for sending him unwanted Snapchat messages. The second boy charged in the case has a preliminary hearing scheduled on Wednesday. It's still to be determined if the teens will be tried as adults. And police investigators say the human remains found in Deaf Smith Fork Canyon last weekend appeared to be those of an adult female. According to the medical examiner's office, the deceased was between the ages of 30 and 50 years old. It's still unclear how or when she died. The remains were discovered by hikers in the Little Willow Creek area, not far from 3700 East and 8800 South. A distraught woman found clinging to a chain-link fence on an overpass above I-215 was pulled to safety Tuesday thanks to officers from Unified Police and the Utah Highway Patrol. Police say the woman was threatening to jump from a ledge on the 3300 South overpass when a UPD officer was able to grab her shirt. A UHP trooper then stepped in and handcuffed the woman to the fence, a small section of which was cut away, allowing her to be rescued. She was pulled to safety without injury. The officer's response is being called heroic. And now a quick gander at the weather this wonderful Wednesday morning, where scattered rain is falling along the Wasatch Front. Highs today in the mid-60s, about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday, and it will be even colder Thursday with highs in the mid-50s. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. You know, Nothing But Cakes has got something utterly glorious coming up, the 9th anniversary. I can't believe we've known April now for 9 years.
I hugged her yesterday
Yeah, she opened up Nothing But Cakes.
just to get one of the cakes.
Well, that's a given. 10389 South State Street in Sandy, the only Nothing But Cakes in Salt Lake City. And they're celebrating their 9th anniversary by doing buy one, get one free buntlets on Saturday, April 1st. Now, we're going to be out there with extra goodies, but they've got all kinds of prizes. It's 25% off all the merchandise, like the adorable aprons and the cake plates and all the birthday stuff. And, of course, you can sign up to enter to win one free buntlet a year for an entire year.
What?
Yep, free buntlets for a year.
You know how much you're going to weigh?
I have no problems with that. I'm entirely happy. Every glorious flavor will be available along with all of their wonderful cream cheese frosting. And this is a perfect time, by the way, if you want to order for Mother's Day or Easter, you can get all the work done now. It's 10389 South State Street. Make sure you join us on Saturday, April 1st for the 9th birthday celebration.
Now, I think you know that we have kind of a highbrow show. I think you know that we're cultured on this, and we like to talk about the theater.
Yes, of course.
And we got to talk about off-Broadway theater and Cutie and the Beastie.
Yeah, in honor
the
of
other
Beauty
day.
and the Beast opening up, they thought they'd open up at the same week.
Here we are. Watch.
All right, now this is dedication, my friends, because Austin Jensen, who plays the Prince and the Beast, is here. Good morning, Austin.
Morning.
And we
How
also
are
have
you?
the beautiful Samantha Worston, who plays Cutie. How are you?
Hi, great.
Now, so at the point you put all this stuff on, how long does it take you to get into the mode of what you're going into?
Yeah, so when I get cursed in the first scene, right, and I have to put all this stuff on pretty quick to come out and be all beastly and roary and gross, from being, oh, hi, I'm Prince, very flamboyant and lovely, so.
Now, what about you, Cutie? Because I would think that there's some pressure there, like I have to be adorable like all the time for 2 straight hours. Does that kind of burn on you after a while?
Well, I think there's a little bit of pressure because Beauty and the Beast is such a big story, and I have to fit. I mean, there's going to be little girls in the audience, so you have to fit that. But my character is very different from Belle. Elle is a lot more sarcastic and
Kind of a smart ass.
it's kind of fun. Yeah, I like that.
Did you do any rewriting when you were putting the show together?
Yeah, I think when Trump won the election,
Yeah, that'd be first. Yeah.
yeah, we added a few more jokes in there, and we updated some references to things like, I don't know, hotels.
So basically, it could change. The show could change.
Well, it's true. It's we do improv comedy at our theater, and people like my father and myself love to do improv, update jokes to make things constantly funnier than they were.
If we only had a director.
Explain how this
Tell me
framework.
about. Oh, look!
Hey, how handy is this, Eric Jensen? Okay, you've been the artistic director for Off-Broadway Theater for what, 20 years?
23 years.
So you're
yeah.
responsible
You
for all
have a high
this.
pain threshold, number one, in live theater. So how did you come up with the concept, aside from Beauty and the Beast is coming out and is kind of an interesting period?
Well, yeah, that was my first thought, since it's kind of a hot button right now. We thought, gosh, it'd be great to do a parody. And so that was always kind of the model of the theater, to kind of have fun with some of and kind of poke fun of the topical things that are coming out in the movies, or maybe television shows, or things that we just thought would be really good. We did, a show called My School Musical that was, and then that turned into Gleek School Musical because Glee was really popular. Anyway, we do those kind of stuff, shows all the time. And since this was coming out, we thought, well, it's ripe for parody.
All right. Well, thank you for standing out in the middle of a field with us. Just go to theobt.org for all the information. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, if you'd like to go see Cutie and the Beastie, this is a really cute one for families, especially the little girls love this. We have to take Zoe. We have family 4-packs available we're giving away. If you want to go to our Facebook Live page right now, you can go to Gephardt Approved on Facebook, Gephardt Daily on Facebook, or Todd and Erin on Facebook. And all you have to do is comment, enter, and you can win. We'll be giving those away tomorrow, and you'll be on your way to see Cutie and the Beastie at the Off-Broadway Theater.
All right, coming up, a burglar, a thief, gets it in the end. What's that mean? You'll find out.
Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com.
Todd and Erin Morning Show on the Daily Stream and GephartDaily.com. Criminals, they try anything to get away, anything at all. Mm-hmm. And this comes from Herne, Kent, and
Herne Bay in Kent, England, right?
In Kent, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So the police knew that this guy was a thief, so they came up and they knock on his door very politely, because that's how the English are.
Hello, we think you've stolen something. How are you?
You know what, Daisy in the other room is turning in her grave.
Sorry, Daisy.
Right. So anyway, police knock on the door. Do you have the jewelry that you stole? Like a golden bracelet?
May we have some tea and
Right.
the bracelet, please?
And unfortunately, he didn't want them to have it, so he swallowed it. Can you
Oh, that
imagine
seems
swallowing that?
Wait a minute. How
Yeah.
would you even do that?
Because I think it's a chain of some sort.
Yeah, but no, that part is fairly rigid. The round part that would go down your throat and choke you to death. He must have really wanted to keep that bracelet.
He did. And the police knew, and they arrested him. They took him to jail. Now,
From then on, it's just a waiting game, basically.
that's the old school way.
Okay.
The old school way is just to put him in a cell, feed him some fiber, and wait for it to appear. But they went a little more aggressive on this. Here's the instrument they used.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And they basically
Oh.
basically went gold mining.
Wow.
And retrieved. That's for colonoscopies, by
That
the
is
way.
that's the most
Yeah.
horrifying thing I've witnessed
Yeah.
today. Just the vision, because you know where this is going, literally in this case.
Oh, they got the bracelet. They got the bracelet.
Yeah, but does the owner really want it back at that point?
Seriously, right?
Really, it's like, it's all good. You keep it, and we'll just call it even, and yeah.
The story the other day, it's a repeat from before.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the story about the guy who took a lawn chair and he tied balloons to
Yeah,
it?
yeah, the weather balloons. That was
Right.
awesome, and it was really good, though. He went up super, super high, right?
Yeah, and
This is the Canadian dude.
And he took a pellet gun. No, the other guy was in like Kansas and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Three people. We've heard stories about 3 people doing that. Now they're trying to guesstimate how high in the air he went. You can take this. Look, once again.
A representation.
This is a representation.
That looks like the Up House from Disney.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
But it's a chair. It's a chair.
All right, so let's think that this simulation
Did he really see a jet pass under him?
underneath him.
I can't imagine how fast I would have wet myself.
And they
Are
carry
you serious?
they carry a pellet gun. They shoot the balloons and they come down.
That's really hard to regulate your descent with a pellet gun and a balloon.
But if you shoot 4 of them at a time, not
Okay.
good.
I can't believe that.
So they figured out he was probably around 14,000 feet.
Air must have been mighty thin.
Cold too. I can't believe he did this. All right, I want you to guess.
Okay, so didn't he get fined for this one
Let's-
though? Because they had to do the FAA, and there was like Homeland Security, and there was like 5 or 6 agencies all got involved in this one.
The guy's 27. He should know better. 100 balloons went up, and the judge fined him. Take a guess.
Let's see. Well, with multiple agencies, like what, about $10,000?
25.
$25,000.
Seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, at the time.
Here, hold my beer kind of idea.
You're going to be paying for that, brother, for a long time. We're really sorry.
But no jail time. And it was because
That surprises me.
he went into the flight path of airspace, hence it's federal. And
25,000. He's lucky he didn't get jail time.
I'd rather go to jail than give him 25,000.
I got to be honest. I think it's kind of awesome. I would love to try that, except for the part with the jet underneath me.
Yeah.
That part would be a problem.
How
for
scary
me.
is that?
I know, but it'd be really cool. Can you imagine being up there and thinking, I did something that didn't require rocket fuel? I mean, it's kind of cool, though. I mean,
His friends were on the ground probably doing this.
He's not gonna get up
Holy
that high.
crap. We had no idea he was going to go that high.
surprise. Okay, now I've heard of tourists stealing weird stuff when they go
Right, yeah.
abroad, and China especially, because they have all those beautiful architectural sites and all these historic places. But this seems,
Temples.
yeah, I mean, you would think a very holy, sacred space, but this seems random for a theft.
Evidently, there is a shortage of toilet paper in China.
Really?
And so
That
they
seems
noticed
like a relatively available source.
one of the bathrooms there by the temple was always out of toilet paper because people were going in and stealing it.
Okay.
Imagine if they went to prison. What are you in for?
Murder? What do you have toilet paper?
Stole toilet paper.
Really?
So they've
Okay.
invented something.
Okay.
All right, so when you go in to a bathroom, that bathroom in China, you have to put your face in and be scanned, and then they give you 2 feet of toilet paper.
Wouldn't it just be easier to have an attendant in the bathroom like they do in Mexico who just simply hands you a little square of toilet paper?
I
for
think
a
it's
tip?
great technology.
You really have to scan your face to get 2 feet of toilet paper? Why don't you just have an attendant who gives you a piece of toilet paper?
And that, see?
Wouldn't
That's
that be simpler?
Right here, and it's about like that long. That might be a trouble, and if not, you have to wait like 10 minutes to go get more. So in other words, you're walking out of the stall with your pants, never mind. So you got to get your face, I want to get this straight, so you got to get your face scanned
Could you show that? Is it possible to see that picture again?
to get toilet paper.
I really want to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
Okay, so you scan your face
You're
to get
scanning
toilet
your
paper.
face.
And I'm thinking, what if you want to blow your nose, you need a Kleenex?
No, you gotta use your coat.
I think you'd have to scan your butt. See, because it's both ends. Face, toilet paper, butt, Kleenex.
You are so creepy.
I am.
You are so creepy.
I am.
All right, coming up, this thing is really moving to me because Todd and I have twins who have autism. They were born neurotypical and they regressed into autism the way most kids do now. at about 2.5.
What's
4
the-
out of 5 kids with autism now are boys. Utah's the second highest incidence of autism in the nation.
We know that.
1 out of every 42 boys in our state has autism now. Of course, a myriad of girls too, but with something this prevalent now that used to be 1 in 10,000 20 years ago, pretty much by now everybody knows somebody or has a kid with autism. And it's a whole different thing. It's called a spectrum because behaviors are so different. And for a lot of other little kids.
For each kid, yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of other little kids, when they're trying to make friends on the playground, they're like, I'm not sure I get what you're doing. And
Okay,
they might back off because they're not sure how to play with this kid.
So Sesame Street, being so inclusive, in the past they have had kids who are in wheelchairs. They've had
And they included those from the very beginning in the 60s.
Blind children.
Children with Down syndrome, which was amazing to watch.
Right, so they have a record of doing this. And so they decided, you know what, we need a Muppet, and she is going to be on the spectrum. Take a look.
Tell me how to get to Sesame Street. How to get to Sesame Street.
How cool is that?
Oh, she's adorable. I really like her. Now, this
Red
is
hair.
amazing to me because they did a lot of research, and you can find a whole ton of research and information about autism on the Sesame Street site. And they spoke with a lot of really good national organizations, but they wanted to have like a little test tube to help them
Right.
kind of understand these kids.
And before we play this, we want to say goodbye.
Because
And
we're
we'll-
going to cry after.
We will probably cry. So goodbye from the Todd and Erin morning stream. Let's watch.
This is Thomas. He has autism. Thomas doesn't talk. He likes to play by himself sometimes. He throws dirt in the air and watches it float away. Thomas notices little things like that and how the edge of the roof is rough. I never thought about it.
Tom, you want to come down the slide, Tom? Thomas.
Thomas needs someone with him all the time to keep him safe.
Good job, give me 5. Tom, Tom.
He doesn't give his dad a high five, but he has different ways of showing he likes something. He goes down the slide again.
Nice. Nice.
Thomas is learning how to use a tablet to tell his mom and dad what he wants.
I want to jump.
Amazing! Sometimes it's hard to say exactly what he wants.
I want to go.
You want to go?
Let's eat.
Are you hungry?
All done. Let's do something.
Okay, easy.
It's frustrating when you can't say what's wrong.
Yes or no? No? Okay.
I need a break.
You all right, Tom?
Time alone in his quiet room helps calm him down. Look, Thomas found dust inside. It sparkles in the sunlight. Now he's ready to go again.
I want to go. Aquarium.
The jellyfish room is dark and quiet, a lot like Thomas's room at home. His mom and dad saved the best for last, the touch tank. Water is fun, and it's okay to touch the rays. Even though he doesn't say the words out loud, his mom and dad can tell Thomas had a good time at the aquarium.
Thomas, how old are you? Can you tell her? Can you show her? How old are you?
I am 8 years old.
He's bigger. I'm only 4, Thomas.
Oh, she's only 4, Tom.
Yes.
See that?
Thomas, I have to say goodbye.
Can you say goodbye?
Bye, bye, bye. Hugs.
Can you give a quick hug? Say nice hug. Hugs like this, remember? Hugs are like that.
I love you, Thomas.
Very gentle. Nice job, bud.